We welcome now CEO of M2 Communities, LLC, Mitch Roschelle. Mitch, wonderful to have you this morning. You know, I wanted to start with the potential cut here. Many analysts are predicting a cut will happen, as Alicia outlined, that it will be rather small, perhaps a quarter point. A big focus, though, is going to be on the narrative in the statement. What we can expect for the future rate cuts, essentially. So what are you anticipating overall, both now and then down the line before the end of the year?
Yeah, good morning. As Alicia referenced, it's really become more about the job market than it was about inflation. And let's remember, the reason why the Fed raised interest rates was to combat inflation. And we've gotten inflation largely under control. It's far from perfect, but it's under control. And while they were focusing on inflation, I think we took our eye off the ball on the other part of the Fed's mandate, which is the job market. And the last several job reports have been underwhelming. So I think it's going to be the narrative around the job market, how weak the Fed believes the job market is, and how they signal what future rate cuts are down the road. That's really going to be where the focus is at 2 o'clock today.
Yeah, certainly will be. And if the rates do come down a quarter point, what are the industries set to take the biggest hits and maybe see the biggest boosts here as a result?
I think housing is really the most obvious one, and perhaps the automotive industry. But in housing, yeah, we've seen interest rates, mortgage rates come down, the biggest they've dropped in years. And that's really long awaited. People who've been waiting on the sidelines to buy a house, waiting for rates to come down. People who aren't selling their house because they're sort of trapped in a very low mortgage rate. As rates come down, maybe that sort of untraps them. And housing is really vital to the economy because it's not necessarily the sale of the house per se that helps the economy. It's when you buy a house, you have to put stuff in it. And really, there's a lot of trickle down for the economy. So that's the big one. And also, the car industry has really been suffering as a result, because most people in America don't buy a car for cash. They buy a car with a loan. So those are the two industries that expect to see the future benefit. But that's going to require the Fed to continue to cut rates, not just a quarter point today.
Right. Those are the signals folks are looking for in the narrative today. I wanted to ask you quickly, we've got about 30 seconds left, but Alicia touched on this as well. An appeals court ruled on Monday that Lisa Cook can remain a Federal Reserve governor. A Trump appointee accused her of mortgage fraud. She denies any wrongdoing, has not been charged with a crime. She's active on the board. She's going to be voting. Do you see this noise in the background having any major impact on the announcement today?
No, I don't think so. I think all the noise hasn't had much impact at all on the Fed and what they're doing. I think, and nor has the market reaction been something that the Fed has focused on. I think they're slow and plodding, and they're concerned that if they lower rates too much, inflation could come back and they'd be playing whack-a-mole. But I think all of the background static has really not influenced the Fed at all. But having said all that, I do think they need to cut rates, and I think they need to cut rates more because, in my view, they've taken their eye off the ball as it relates to the labor market.
Wow.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.